We've got 4 assessment day boys training with the under-19s here today, and the first thing I would look for as a scout when I'm on the sidelines watching games and they're complete strangers to me, I'm looking at profile, and all 4 of these boys, their profile is exceptional. Next thing we will look at is age. Now, my experience in Kenya over the last 6 weeks is I feel that they may be leaving it 2 years too late. All 4 of these boys are 16 years old. One's just turned 17. That is of an age where clubs will look at you, because you would have 2 years in an under-18 programme, whereas a lot of the older lads here would be coming to the end of under-21 football, which is then you're in senior game and you have to really step in and be ready for first team football. But at 16, for me, that's the age where you really want to really nail down and work hard at your football, because you have got that window of opportunity to be in a European under-18 side. You can start planning your future for scholarships in America. 16 is a great age to really start focusing on where you want to be and what you want to do. I love your short movements, your little short movements. You're always on your toes, you're very lively, and then you're happy to play the ball whichever side it falls. So even in a rondo, I like what I'm seeing here. I guessed your position before I even asked you. I think number 9, you could probably play left or right wing, and that number 10 position, with how you move and your sharpness and your little short movements to find space and open your body really quickly. Very good. Very good. I'm excited to see you play now. I just said, I've just seen you in a rondo, and now I want to see you in a little small sided and see how sharp you are. Do you score goals? That's the question.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Good.
16 is a great age to give yourself a chance. Very sharp, very sharp. Fifth player on assessment over here is Keith in the blue bib. Just on the ball now. Different type of player, 16 years old, so when we're looking at opportunity and age, ticks the box, same as the other boys. The other boys here are centre-back, so we're looking at other things. Now Keith is a centre attacking midfielder or a striker, and I guessed that a minute ago just from seeing him move, and he's just confirmed that with me. I'm looking at profile, not so much on profile, not so much tall. I'm looking at how fast he moves, how quick are his feet, can he move quickly over short distances. Then in possession, I'm looking at body angle of receiving, how quick he moves the ball between his feet. He is lively, he's on his toes, there's no heels on the floor, he's on his toes, he's really sharp in his movements with and without the ball. I'm really interested to see when we go into games. I don't know if you just saw that. His sharpness, he wants the ball, he's showing. So now I'm looking at technical, yes. Profile, speed, quickness, agility. He's wanting the ball all the time, he's asking for the ball, he's showing, he's communicating. Again, with a group that he's not worked with before, that's showing good character. I'm really excited to see how he plays in small-sided games and a big game that we might have later on. When I'm out scouting players at a weekend, in a cold field in England somewhere, I'm looking at, firstly, profile. Are these players going to be Olympians? Because Premier League footballers are Olympic athletes first and foremost. So am I looking at athletic profile, where they could get to in size? So profile-wise, I'm happy with all 4 of these boys for how they fit at their age at 16, which is great, how they fit in with their body profile. Then I'm looking at how they move. Are they on their toes? Do they move well? Are they receiving the ball on one foot, playing with the other? And all 4 of these are. So they've made a really good start in terms of technical ability as well. Following that, the hardest thing to measure when you're scouting on the side of the field is, how do I identify the character and the psychological of this young man? So you might see it in a game where a player will react, shake his arms, or make a mistake and his head's down. And if you make a mistake and your head's down, we're losing you for 2 or 3 minutes of that game. So now I want to see how they react. They've shown character by stepping in. They're playing with strangers today. So they've stepped in. That shows good character and good courage. Now I want to see how they react to mistakes, how they react to being challenged in a new environment. So this is a great way of seeing, you can see more character and more of the psychological in a training session than you can in games. It's almost like you've got to be a mind reader to actually identify what is the mental capability or what is that psychological attitude of that person. But these boys have stepped in, and I'm really chuffed how they've started. This is an exciting one for me. When I find a few good players, I'm like, yeah, I love that. That gets my juices flowing. So let's see how they get on for the rest of the day. The boy in red, here, number 5 on his shorts. Good profile, good legs, muscular. However, he's a centre-back. And he's now currently stood with a full-back. He's 16. Now with the boy next to him, in behind the number 14 there, he's a centre-back too. He's 3 inches bigger. So if we're looking at that highest level of football, my feedback's saying, are you going to be tall enough? Yes, you'll be great and adequate in a game, but at the highest level, are you going to be tall enough to be in there? So now my advice to him is start playing different positions, play fullback. Is he good enough on the ball to play holding midfield? So that's what I'm looking at in feedback for him. He'll be the type of player that people will keep playing him centre-back because he's probably really good.
Really good on the ball.
But is that benefit for his career? Because his ceiling will be here, but he could get there in another position, potentially.
Realistic.
So look at the other boy next to him is a centre-back, same age. Yeah? So now I'm looking at profile and thinking, right, I don't think he's a centre-back in 10 years' time, even if he's brilliant in his team now. I think he potentially needs to start exploring, getting the knowledge of other positions. But he's a good player, and look at his legs. Great profile.
Football legs.
Good football legs. But not going to be 6'2", which is your average centre-back, isn't it? Is he going to get in KCB's team as centre-back at that height?
Absolutely not.
No. So that's the advice I've got to give him. And it's not brutal, it's while you're at 16, let's have a look at where you can fit in and give yourself the best chance of becoming a professional like you're saying you want to be. So we've gone from rondos and picked a lot of detail out just from the rondos. Now we're going into small-sided games. This is more now about looking at decision making. Are they making the right decisions at the right time? What is their movement like? Are they seeing space? Are they identifying the right pass? It's about decision making now, really, I'm looking for. Because we've looked at profile, we've looked at a bit of technical ability and how they move the ball. Now I'm saying, are they moving the ball at the right time? Why they're making such decisions? Are they making the right decisions on the ball? Excited to see Keith in this one, because his sharpness and his speed in small areas, that's his strength. Defending wise, I want them to read the game, I want them to get the ball down and play, and then are they picking the right pass at the right time?